Welcome to the matchup. As we discuss predictor score results from this week, I caned these two people next to me. Best.
Chained by one win.
Win.
One win.
And in fact, that one loss was a passion moment. Like, I struggled to go against my own team, like some people.
Hey. Like, when you get to predictor and you're playing on predictor, you got to use the head. As much as I was sitting here and I was telling Matt, like, I'll let the pick go, man. Yeah. Come on, Bulls. Like,
this is a man
by
that
all
I
means,
don't think
I'll let the pick go,
regardless.
but
I've never picked against the Lions on predictor ever in the history of predictions.
no.
That is a man that backs
No,
his
but
team.
that's a message. It means sort your shit out. Apologies.
That's the reason I lost the final last year. Is because I was leading by like 3 points, but the final is like 3 points for the win.
Yeah.
So I ended up losing by half a point because I picked the Lions against the Hurricanes. Even
nearly-
though I kind of knew that they weren't going to win. I just couldn't pick against them.
Could have broken the streak. But yeah, that was my big mistake, backing my team. And it would have happened, but Lambie's passing is a bit of a problem.
All right, so out of the three of us, which ones did we get wrong then?
No, that was my
You
one.
only got Sharks wrong. I admit I also did get the Sharks Reds one incorrect. And then I got the Highlanders Chiefs. I actually thought the Highlanders would take it at home.
Yeah, I also thought they would win at home. That's why I went with the Highlanders Chiefs. That was my one wrong thing.
But in fairness, those two tries from Chris Lowe were very opportunistic.
Yeah,
and I
but
think
there
it
was
swayed the
pressure.
game
But
early
there was
though. Yeah,
pressure.
good pressure, but that's lucky tries. In a way, it is very lucky, and like it gives you a lot of momentum early on.
The other game I got wrong was Rebels Blues. The Blues last year weren't as good as the other New Zealand teams, but I was impressed by what I saw this week. I thought the Rebels in Australia might have just snuck it. It was a risky pick. I was trying to take a risk because I knew a lot of people would pick the Blues, and it didn't turn out
as planned.
Yeah.
All right, now moving forward for next week's games, Force versus Reds. Okay, this will be home versus away, right? Force Reds.
Reds.
I do think so. Chiefs Blues.
Chiefs.
I think I'm a huge High West fan, so I'm gonna back the Blues.
I'll be honest, if the Blues can replicate the kind of play that they had, I think the Blues are there. But Chiefs home, I would go Chiefs. Hurricanes Rebels.
Hurricanes easily.
By a long shot, Hurricanes.
Bowden Battle score try.
All right. Probably
Wishful thinking.
one of the bigger matchups.
Probably will though.
Highlanders Crusaders.
Highlanders. I'm not even thinking, like, with Mwanga out, I'm going Highlanders. There's no way the Crusaders have some flower flying around some. Oh, they probably do.
Probably do. Some youngster we don't know of. This is New Zealand we're talking
Like,
about.
they've been hiding a flower this whole time again, I'll be pissed. But
This is the one pick I'm not sure about. Like this morning, I think I went Crusaders, but since then I've heard that Mwanga's out. So I'm
would've
going
gone
to change
Crusaders.
my pick to Highlanders.
yeah.
I'm gonna lean towards the Highlanders as well. Although Highlanders are without Ben Smith, but man, the Oaks are talented.
I'm going to reserve my right to change this pick during the week because I feel like I'm going to change my mind like 3 or 4 times.
No,
this
you
week
have to
because-
say now.
I think
for now.
I think if
Who do you think?
But if I do see that the Crusaders do make a big change in the week, I
Yeah,
might switch to the Crusaders. But otherwise, right now, Highlanders.
I do think Highlanders. All right, Brumbies Sharks.
Sharks.
Brumbies.
Brumbies.
Dude, did you not learn from your
Come on.
mistakes?
Come on.
Never bet against your team. You should know better than that.
All right.
The funny thing is, last week on here, I said before the Lions game, I was like, no, I'm actually going to back the Cheetahs. Then I switched to midweeks. So it can happen.
All right, massive game coming up this week. Sunwolves Kings.
The game I'm looking forward to the most. The game I'm looking forward to the most this weekend.
We need to watch that, guys.
Like, this is going to be like 6:15 in the morning. And I'd like, it's
No, but us it will be at 1 o'clock because they're playing in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah,
they're
it's
playing
not
Japan.
as bad. Yeah.
I've got to back the Kings in this one.
I think the Sunwolves will win. I know it's not Japan. If it was Japan, I would say the Sunwolves pretty convincingly, but I think the Sunwolves will win.
I actually think Kings and Mapimpi, he's gonna run wild.
Yeah.
That man's
Like,
gas.
yeah,
There were
He's
some
gas.
nice tries.
All of that
Yeah.
team can run hard, and it seemed
Yeah.
like
But
they couldn't defend the Sunwolves. But I mean,
Yeah.
they were taking on a better team, but still,
the Sunwolves were still playing very positive rugby, which I was happy about. So
it actually might be one of the more high-scoring games because no one can defend.
hopefully it will
Apparently.
be an entertaining match.
I
If,
think it will
if
be.
both of those teams can run a lot and want to prove something as well, so they might throw it around quite a bit.
The points margin might be a fun one on this one.
Yeah. All right, Lions Waratahs.
Lions.
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 I was
Lions
a bit
at home.
disappointed last
Lions-
week with
Lions
the
at
performance of the Lions.
Lions
but I
will
do
pick
think
up.
We
They'll
will
pick
get
up,
better
yeah.
this week.
But also, Tars are traveling to
Yeah.
the. And
To
we all
Ellis
know
Park,
Ellis Park
altitude.
isn't like.
The Lions are very intimidating at home these days now as well, and I think that psychologically is starting to play a factor for teams traveling to
And there's no Foley. Right?
Johannesburg. No Foley.
Yeah.
All right, Stormers Jaguars.
Jaguars.
What?
Putting it out there.
I'm going to say Stormers. I think the Jaguars will run them close, but the Stormers impressed me against the Bulls. They were much more. They played a much more running game compared to
Yes.
last year. It was
Yet
entertaining to watch.
their scrum and set piece are still very dominant
Yeah.
as well. So to me, it only looks like the Stormers have improved based on that first game performance. So I will also back the Stormers, and then the last game for next week, Cheetahs Bulls.
We all know how this was going to end.
I'm going to pick the Cheetahs.
Cheaters.
Bulls.
Passion, eh?
No. This is not even passion talking here. This is
Did you see yesterday's play?
based on I understand, but
Historical stats.
historically they like psychological aspects are huge in rugby. They have a good track record there. I think the Bulls did underperform
Their second
last
half was
night as
better.
well. Their
So that
second
is
half
why-
showed
yeah.
what they can do. So I'm looking at that in a positive way as well. And
But
I
I
think the
think-
Bulls will come right.
Having watched Cheetahs Lions game and the Bulls Stormers game, the Cheetahs impressed me more. Besides the Bulls' good second half, the Cheetahs defensively are actually really hard to break down.
Yeah, that's
and
what they're known for.
The Bulls are not as good at attacking as the Lions, so I don't
They
see
need
the
to start Geland. He needs to start.
fantasy. That
I need
he's
those points.
desperate for the fantasy points.
I don't think Geland's going to quite start yet. Unlike the Sharks fullback, he needs to get dropped. Curran Bosch. But
Bosch is a young talent. He's good.
I don't think he's.
You don't think he's ready?
He was messing up quite a bit with some of them kicks.
Yeah, but then
and
maybe he needed that one game to get into.
he had a couple of those games last year and in the Curry Cup. I think we got Clement, I can't pronounce his surname, to come in as the guy to mentor him, and that's what I thought would happen. But that was also, I thought they'd have him at 15, but that's another tale for another day. So let's move on to the second part of this, which has not gone as well for me as planned
All right.
at all.
Yeah.
The fantasy.
Our fantasy draft section. Right. I was thinking the first thing we do is we just announce the top 15
picks in the
picks
draft.
that went down in the draft. And it's quite a... maybe top 20 might be more fair.
I think
Let's keep it 15.
is
yeah.
good.
15. All right, you guys found a 15.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
started from the top.
From number 1, going down to 15.
Jason chose.
Okay, so we did snake draft. The order was Jason, Jordan, then Kaya, myself, and Matt, and then it reverses on itself. Alright, so our first top 3 picks each. From number 1 on the draft. It was called Bowden Barrett.
Yeah, that's not an unexpected pick. That is a very good pick.
That is a very good pick. Second to go, Easy Folau.
That was obvious.
Good pick, but I would have picked him if he wasn't chosen. But I think second, I wouldn't have picked him.
I
would've gone-
personally would not have gone for Folau if I was second myself.
But I would love Folau in my team.
Yes. yes.
I wouldn't mind this week.
Alright, third pick, this was Kaya's. Damien McKenzie.
I did announce this weeks in advance that Mackenzie was going to be my team, come hook or crook, when paying
Yeah.
off people.
Yeah.
But I got him.
Alright,
And he didn't quite do it this week, but he'll be back.
Number 4, I went for Mahunga. To think that my number 1 pick is now out for about 8 weeks really, really, really sucks. But so is it. And then at number 5, Lima Sopoanga.
Yeah,
going for Matt.
Yeah.
So that didn't go quite as
Fly
planned.
half's going quite
Well,
early.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few 10s going right there, right? And then number 6, Matt's pick as well, Easy Dag.
Consistently good at the back.
Consistently good, man. Consistently
Scored
good.
the most points of any, not the most points, but the most points per game because he was injured a lot of last season. So when he came back,
Yeah.
of the back 3, I think he even just put Mackenzie on points per game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, at number 7, Combrink.
Another pick that's injured.
Should-
Dip.
But he's
What
gonna-
are you doing?
Hey. Well, we'll get
I just
there.
want to warn all Super Rugby players: if Dup picks you, be worried. Very worried.
No. We'll get to the results of this week. We'll get there. Then card 8, Ben Smith.
We only played 30 minutes before he got knocked
less.
out. Yeah,
Oh, he got hit up. Yeah.
that's come back to haunt me, so that's gonna have to go out this week.
Yeah. Then at number 9, Jordan went for Jakub Kriel.
Solid signing.
Solid signing. At 10, Jason went probably
Magical.
I think that
I thought he should have been higher. At number 10, Ari Savia.
I think we were all trying to get like backliners and forwards.
We all seeming
we
to,
all
to
like
get a kicker.
missed the chance to get Sevilla, which I think is a huge chance. I think
Massive,
the biggest
massive.
Jordan picking Creel. I love Creel. Creel is a good player. I would have picked Sevilla before
Yeah.
Creel though.
It's a very
I
this
would've,
weekend,
yeah.
as usual.
Jordan missed out there. Seeing is just how the draft
There was
went.
another odd pick that Jordan made later, but we'll discuss that.
At number 11, Jason went for John-Luc Dupree.
Passion.
I
That
think
was
that's a
it.
disappointing
But
pick.
he did get points this week.
Very
so we'll
good
give
pick
him
this
that
week. Yeah.
this week. But I think in the long run, might get a bit exposed.
I think
they are one-dimensional
You know what I'm a little
players.
bit disappointed. Like the reason I criticize that pick is I feel like he could have got that pick a lot later. So he could have
Yeah.
got another player and Jean-Luc Dupree.
I don't
Because
think any of
Jean-Luc's a
us
good
will.
player, but you could have used it for like getting a player that, because I don't think a lot of us were thinking of Jean-Luc Dupree.
No, we weren't.
I don't think any of us were.
I don't
even-
think any of us were thinking
Yeah.
about him. So
But
in
it
a
is
way, yeah,
interesting.
maybe.
It's an interesting pick.
Yeah. Number 12, Jordan went for TJ Perinara.
That is a
That-
good pick.
that paid dividends immediately.
And that paid dividends immediately. At 13, Kai went for Alton Yanchis.
made the mistake of putting him on my bench instead of starting.
At 14, I went for Pat Lambie.
This was it. That was an interesting one. We'll still see if it works out, but
Hey, the boy was points this week. Yet he was
Kicking.
on
He
my
was
bench.
on your bench
He was
as
on
well.
my bench. Solid. And then sneaking in at 15, Matt chose Dan Coles.
I honestly believe that's my best pick.
Out of those three, I also think that
Not
that's
because
your best
Dag
pick.
and Sopoanga aren't good. I just feel like Coles will be the best hooker this year, points wise. And it's going to make a difference in the long run. I'm very
essentially
happy
you
with
got
that pick.
Coles and then Creevy and Marks and then everybody else generally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So okay, so just on the draft in general, what was you guys thought about how the draft unfolded? You know,
There are some.
like how did you
yeah.
approach the draft? Like why did some people sneak into top 15 that conventionally you might be like, well, you wouldn't think you would go so high, and why would other like really good players? I mean, at 114 and 113, you've got Lua Mape from the Hurricanes. You got Leonard Brown from
No, that's the brother.
Oh, sorry, the other brother. You know, but like when you think of it, props. You know, like Charlie Farmer, sitting at 100.
Firmino was an injury thing. That's why it took so
Yeah,
long.
you know,
But
but like
also a lot of us pick props late because they don't score as many points in the fantasy game.
Yeah.
So like, and there's a lot of props that you can choose that'll get us solid points. So I think props slipping down the list was no surprise.
Matt Todd was a surprise.
Yes.
Matt Todd at 100 was a big surprise.
Yeah, I think the thing is like we let a few things slip through the cracks. It was our first time doing this draft, so
Right.
it was
In,
also like
fair enough, we were doing this with no indication of who
who's
might be starting,
what teams.
what teams are going to be running out.
I mean, we'd
which
even
was
pick
tough.
George Smith went undrafted.
That's fine.
So that's like you actually picked him, but he's
No, I picked him my other one,
Yeah.
but that's fine. Yeah, but some guys like they slip they slip down. That's an interesting one, eh?
I have my team.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I had to fill up the bag.
All right. So those were the big players that went. Just to give a quick rundown on the teams. So let's go with Jason's ones first. So this is all his draft ones in order.
Still some positions there. I'm still worried.
Yeah. So basically, Jason's squad: Bowden Barrett, Artie Savia, John-Luc Dupree, Sam Whitelock, Milner Skidder, Naholo, Janse van Reesburg, Van der Merwe, Skorsan, Collins, Foley, Kerbarlow, Esterhuizen, Reinach, Masilitori, Moody, Tupuo, Bird, Harris, Todd, Leach, Batialofa, and Alexander.
Interesting picking. So there was some
Definitely a very local flavor in there, I will say.
passion picks there.
Some passion picks.
They didn't work out for him, surprisingly.
He's doing alright, yeah.
They came
alright.
second this week.
Jordan's team.
Provision.
Yeah, Jordan's team we went for Easy Falau, Jaco Kriel, TJ Perinara, Peter Steph du Toit, that's solid. Cody Taylor, Julian Savia, another solid one.
I don't know how he slipped 29.
Then his interesting one, Klute.
That high was also very
He
surprising.
did play well when he came on for the Kings, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I must say within the
Very,
fantasy setup that was a bit unexpected. Then Fadis, Issa, that did change the. He didn't let me know which one though.
It was Khaleesi.
Sia Khaleesi.
Alright, I'll just change it now. Then
Who also went
Malani Nana,
undrafted.
he does have Ihaya West, which was money in the first week.
Snaked from me.
S.
was coming
Barrett,
from
Sergil Peterson, Ryan Crotty, Ulengo, Cruden, Phipps, A. Johanni, Lotte Jager, Stephen Moore, Trevor Nyakane, Charlie Van Wyk, and Wyatt Crockett.
Solid team.
Solid team. Kai, you went for Damian McKenzie, Ben Smith, Alton Yanchis, Augustine Creevy, Cordero, Kieran Reid. You said you were forced to take that pick, which I think you were lying. There's some good options.
There were already as many at that time. If we look over the rest of the picks.
Right. Leonard Brown, Anton Leonard Brown, Brad Shields, Jesse Creel,
Shields worked out really well for me.
Liam Squire, Dean Mount, Broadhurst, Tavita
Didn't work
Kuridrani, Scott Fardy, Digby Ahani. I rate Digby. I rate him. 100 Pollard. Which started for you, if I'm not mistaken.
I must say, Pollard's one of my favorite fluffs and players in general. He just did not have the performance I required.
Right. B Hall, A Pulu,
I made a mistake on which one to start on that one.
yeah, Mbonambi, Will Skelton, Owen Franks, James Litter, and D. Leonard Brown.
Got brothers in my team.
You got the brothers, eh? That's pretty solid, man. Then I went for Mahunga, Combrink, Lambie, Elliot Dixon, Malcolm Marks, Tamanavalu, which is now playing wing on by the Crusaders, and is available as a center, which is pretty cool. I did pick McMahon, which I had to use. He just joined bench first week. He's going now.
Same as Elliot Dixon, isn't it?
Yeah. Brody Retallick, Gelant, Rico Eani. Oh man, he was points.
You didn't put him on.
No, he started.
Oh.
Got points.
If you made him captain, you'd have been.
Oh, if I made him captain. Tafua, Landajo, Haylett Petty, Sam Kane, Rob Horn, Andres Ferreira, Goods, Dylan Smith, Tui Pelotu, T. Smith, James Parser, Nick Frisbee, and Lua Mapi. None of my props started though, which was very disappointing.
Doesn't seem to matter.
Right, and then
help out much.
and then Matt got Lima Sopuanga, Izzy Dag, Dane Coles, Warren Whiteley, Karevi, Feki Toa, Etzebeth, Sinatla, De Klerk, Hooper, Aaron Smith, James Lowe, Corey Jane, Mesam Mapu, Sneyman, Scott Seo, Tumua Allen, Beast, Tui, Neville, Fainga, that's S. Fainga, and Quade Cooper.
Wait, Cooperist.
I think in general everyone has very competitive teams.
Yeah.
If we think about it, the problem is just now let's move over to how the teams did actually.
This was a horror week for me.
All right.
From the bottom.
based on provisional scores. We are doing this recording on a Sunday, so only provisional scores are available. And
Doesn't make much difference.
There
for me.
will be changes. I will say that.
So next week we will
Let's go
just
for them.
give an update on what the standings are
Before the provisional scores.
before the next provisional scores come in. So yeah, at the moment, at number 5, Kaya.
I want to clarify this quickly. I had an injury to Ben Smith that killed potential points, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right,
No.
so you're just gonna leave it at that. All right,
Yes.
but you're sitting at 127.5 points scored.
And there were some players on my that had made some bad
Your
decisions.
captain, Cordero. What happened there?
I watched the game yesterday, and Cordero, the big thing, I've argued this for seasons, is they don't count try assists. And so, Cordero did a lot of hard work. He looked good. He played well.
It just didn't score.
Oh yeah,
Just didn't
so
score.
your top player was Will Skelton.
That was a bit surprising, as Skelton was actually a last-minute choice. I didn't actually want him to start.
Yeah.
So that did work out well.
All right.
Ben Smith, as I said, didn't
Scored
perform.
Scored a try for them.
My entire backline was just really shocking, to say the least. And that once your backline is not a good foundation, I mean, it says actually my best player was actually Brad Shields, and
Yeah,
that
sitting on the
speaks
bench.
volumes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I read that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so
Brad
that's
Shields, sorry. Yeah.
that's just my comment on my team. I was disappointed by.
All right,
some players.
then sitting fourth currently is Jordan, 136.5 points. He made his captain easy for Lau. Did not work out for
Let
him
him
this
down a
time.
bit. If he had Sevilla as captain,
If
would
he
be
made
near the
Sevilla
top.
captain, 26.5 points, his top scorer would have been money, double that.
he will have
would
a number, but he will have a number 8 changed in, so that could change things a lot.
Yeah. That's what I say. That will, once auto subs and things are worked out, that will come into play. Sitting third, Matt. You made captain Corey Jane.
He didn't play.
Didn't play.
Who's your vice captain?
So who's on your bench?
My bench is Sanatla, who also didn't play,
Also didn't
so
play.
I get 0 points for that. But my vice captain is Israel Dag.
That's
So
good.
So you'll get
I
an
think I
additional
might
15.
sneak into the top spots, but we'll see.
We'll have
There's
to
other
see.
scores still
We'll
to
have to
happen.
see,
But
yeah.
third for now,
Any
provisionally.
disappointments on there?
Yeah, okay, so you have
I'm
James Lowe as your top scorer at 23.5, and then
Karevi and
Karevi was
lower solid picks.
solid.
I made a mistake. With missing a wing is really costly in this game, and that's
Yeah.
ended up happening for me this week. But next week, I think Jane is injured for a while, so I'll be trading him out.
Yeah. Then sitting second is the youngster, Jason.
I must say I was surprised by this.
Yeah, quite surprised. All right, captain, you're solid, Ardi Savia.
Yeah.
So Ardi brought him in 43 points as captain.
His whole loose trio and locks were just.
Yeah. Yeah, solid.
Matt
I
Todd
mean,
is
John
a-
Luke
And he
brought
still
in 20 points
hasn't-
as well.
Does he have another loose forward that's coming in
Think
for
so.
Todd? Or did he also not play? That we don't know.
Yeah,
have to
we'll
see.
check once. Well,
Well, we
we
only
got his
know-
team list, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of effort,
Yeah.
like having to work this out yourself.
No,
We'll wait
we'll
for the
check when the
system to
finals-
update it.
yeah.
Yeah. So he actually was the
He
only
could actually
one.
be number 1.
He was the only one who chose his captain correct.
Yeah.
Like we thought. I got close. Okay, so I'm sitting first. So yeah, Jason had 161.5 points. I'm sitting first with 163 points. Captain, I went for Leo Mape from.
Good pick. Good pick.
I got 40 points, so he got 20 points himself. So that's solid. Top scorer Rico Iani with 34. Man,
Beast mode.
you're if you get a hat trick, you know how it is.
I would think that it had to be a higher point.
Yeah, so currently the interesting thing is I'm sitting with 3 players who didn't even play in my team. How did I get first? That should not have happened, but
But I think
we'll
there will be some
see. We'll
changes.
see once
yeah.
the final scores come in. So yeah,
But
just
provisionally, Doop is leading the first week.
provisionally, yeah. So if between us 3, who you guys thinking of maybe changing out for next week?
Actually, no, Gilby got -2 from Reinach, which would have put him above you.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Well,
when
you got -2, so that's why he's
Yeah.
not.
But there will be. I feel like my big change is gonna have to be in the forward pack. I need a bit of a. But my flaw of Barrett will be back. Oh, no, not Barrett. I'm sorry. Elton Yanchis will be starting after because he should do well against the Tars. And I've got to get Smith out. I'm fine. I was gonna go for
How long is
Tukalet,
he
but somebody
injured
beat me
for?
to it.
Yeah, but then you should do the pick so that the provision, because that would have been your pick. Literally, that would have been your pick, so that you can get an advance. You should climb up the standings.
I would have done the pick, but I was at church at the time they were doing the picks, so
No.
it's unfair. System's against me. Carry on.
Anyway.
Against me.
Yeah, who are you going to change for next week, Matt?
Well,
Or what are you thinking of?
I am thinking of taking Corey Jane out due to his injury. I backed him as captain, so it's very disappointing. And I'm bringing in Raymond Roulet from the Raymond Rule. I can't say his name. I always
don't know what happened to Roulet.
Raymond Rule.
Roulet.
He will play. He will be coming in for Corey Jane, because I think the Cheetahs looked impressive in their first game, and I think he could score a few tries in the near future, hopefully. And my other change will be Franco Mostert in for Neville. This is a lucky pick, because there's a few of us that wanted to draft him,
but we didn't know.
We all had this debate whether he's actually playing or not, and I don't know why we had this debate, because he was in the squad the whole time. But anyway,
no, it's because he didn't actually appear in the squads, and we thought he was still playing in Japan, and we went with that.
Yeah.
So we learned.
For me, see, my rationale behind still taking Combrink, even though he's injured, is like when he's going to come in, he's going to be money. So I was trying to bank that for later on in the season, just to have him there. But I did now decide to trade him, so I'm going to hopefully bring in Tupilet. We'll have to see how the waivers go, the priority rules and stuff. We'll have to see how that's going to go. I am going to get rid of Rob Horn, because I thought it might work that he's playing on wing for Waratahs and he's listed as a center. But no point, so I'm going to let him go, and hopefully getting another Hurricanes player in.
Hopefully you don't have the classic let go and player just performs like crazy.
Hey, that might happen. I'm going to change. I'm definitely getting rid of Toby Smith and bringing Alistair Mark from the Stormers, because I need
prop that
starts. Goods. Dylan Smith might start again for the Lions, and
Goods was just
Goods.
They were playing.
Yeah, he just wasn't playing. Yeah, so I think Goods will be coming back into the fray with Tamuga Allen probably starting those two. So hopefully I can have some props on the field next week.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. We needed to stay a little bit closer to us. It's very close at the top. Kai is quite a far way down the list.
That's the big shock.
I don't think. I think it might be the end of his season already.
I think so too.
There's 17 rounds to go.
Well, see, the beauty about the draft is that potentially, because we have such different teams, you can catch up a lot.
Bigger points differences.
Bigger points differences are going to come about, because you can't be sneaking like, all right, if I pick the same player, I can cancel those points out. So you have to think about it.
Which is how you stay in the lead when you're the top.
Yeah, when you play the other one, you got to think. You got to think like a snake.
Didn't that happen towards the end last year when you were trying to catch up?
Hey, I nearly sneaked in there. Nearly sneaked in.
Nah, guys, you guys weren't really close last year. I had a lead for days, like 100 points, 200 point lead by the end.
Nah, but I was catching up, man. I nearly snaked you on the predictor, though. Nearly.
That was because of passion. But okay, that wraps up the matchup for this week. We're gonna. Oh my goodness, I almost read that wrong. The noob question is coming up next.